Hello everyone, in this video I'll talk about bosses which many people call hard, but personally I kill them very easy. Hope you will like this video and you will press something under it. Okay, let's begin with Demon Souls. Yes, I know that besides two bosses in Demon Souls are just a walking punching bags, but there are many people who struggle against Flame Lurker. But honestly I killed him on my second attempt, and there is a very obvious reason behind that. In this location I very quickly realize that mobs have insane physical damage reduction, including Flame Lurker. And once I saw that I am doing a shitty amount of damage, I quickly teleported in Shrine of Storms and got myself magical falchion. I updated as hard as I could and I just R1 spammed Flame Lurker with it. Yeah, he has a stupid splash hits, but in Demon Souls, just like in Dark Souls 2, you can have insane amount of heals, which allows you to just face tank most of his damage. Plus, in his boss area there are many pillars, which allow you to hide behind them and heal as much as you need. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to overkill him, in bullet area you can find a huge shield with nearly 100% fire damage reduction, which allows you to just stay still and face tank him till he dies. So yeah, against Flame Lurker use Firefighter Mage build and you're good to go. Dark Souls 1. In the beginning I want to say either Manus or Artorias, but after thinking for a while, I will add Ornstein and Smoke on this list. The reason why I added them on this list is very simple. Most people who fight this boss are either very dumb, or they got baited by dumb Souls YouTubers, and because of that they suffer on this boss as much as I suffered on one Reborn from Bloodborne. Now let me explain. Many people non-stop scream out you should avoid the Smoke and kill Ornstein, simply because Smoke is very slow and he can sometimes stuck behind pillars, while Ornstein is very fast, which allows you to fight him nearly 24/7. And this is the dumbest thing you can do in this fight. In this fight you should do the opposite of that. You should fully ignore Ornny and non-stop hit Smoke, simply because Ornny does a pathetically low amount of damage to a knight, and also if you play with, for example, fast weapons such as Dagger, because of Smoke's huge recovery animation after each of his hits, you can just R1 spam him very easy. Their phase 2 is not different. Unlike Demon Prince, you need to kill only one of them in order to start their phase 2. And remember, you should always kill Smoke first. There are two important reasons for that. First, Super Smoke is very unpredictable and he has two nearly insta-kill move, if you don't have big amount of health and a big armor of course. First one is his Electro Slam, and the other one is his Charge Kit, which can be cross-stun you to death or just straight up one-shot you. The reason number 2 is even more simpler. Super Ornny can't do shit if you just stay under his balls, while you can just hit his legs over and over. So yeah, if you want to kill them easy, just don't listen to true Souls fans and kill Smoke first. And I promise you, just like I killed them on my second try, you also probably will kill them on your second, if not on your first try. Dark Souls 2, Sir Alone. Well, Sir Alone is a very funny situation. I know for a fact that many people said he is very hard, but here is the thing. Let me ask you one very strange question. What killed you the most against him? Or to be more specific, which his move killed you the most? I am pretty sure that 90% of you will say Liz dash, 9% will say Liz grab teleport, and the remaining 1% will say other move. Realistically saying, Sir Alone is basically a one move boss. As soon as you realize how his dash works, that's it, he's fucked. Personally, I only needed 4 attempts to realize how you should dodge this move. And I know this will be a bit out of context, but this move is what Elden Ring bosses desperately wanted to achieve. A delayed hit done right. If for example in Elden Ring most bosses had their stupid delay hits in mid-wombo combo, which was very confusing and annoying, Sir Alone puts his sword down, which gives a clear signal that you should be prepared to dodge this hit, and if you have a good reaction, you can easily dodge this hit. Yes, his timing on this hit is a bit confusing, because sometimes he almost instantly does his dash, and sometimes he waits 2 seconds, and only after that he uses his dash, but once again, if you have a good reaction, you can easily dodge this hit. Well, most of the time. And realistically saying, this boss fight is you avoiding this dash as hard as you can. I am not joking, as long as you avoid this hit, he can't really do much because half of the time he's very busy punching air. And because I realized this secret very fast, I'll put him on this list. Also, by the way, I just realized that Sir alone is basically what if Malian's Waterfall was an unjustifiably broken and dumb ability that not only gave you almost zero time to dodge this move, but also she could just full HP one-shot you. Bloodborne. In the beginning I want to add Ludwig on this list, but I made fun of him so many times that at this point it will be just me beating horse corpse with my legs over and over. So I will add Orphan on this list. I know that for most people he is ultra super hard boss, but honestly, objectively speaking, this boss is not that hard. Unlike for example Lawrence, who has many very strong moves and one nearly insta-kill move, Orphan doesn't really has a strong move. Well, besides this charge hit, all his moves do a small amount of damage and he is very predictable. Also, his phase 1 is a completely joke because you can easily parry nearly all of his hits. The only problem you might have against this boss is that he has just unreasonably huge amount of health. Like, god damn, he's just so tanky, it's not even funny. Also, I realize why many people suck a dick 24/7 against him. A. These people don't know how to parry in the most easy parryable game, and B. They use very shitty weapons such as Ludwig or Hunter's Axe, which is a very dumb decision not only against him but generally in this game. Believe it or no, but I fought him twice, and first time I killed him on my second try, and the only reason why I didn't kill him on my first try was that I had a brain lag and I fucked up in mid-road, in mid-fight. And on my second playthrough, I easily killed him on my first try. How I did that? Well, simple answer. Sour cleaver, beast pellets, fire pepper, and most importantly, the almighty R1 spam technique. Yes, it took me a while because he's giga tanky boss, but he's not even close to be a hard boss, not even slightly close to the title, unlike Lawrence, which is just...
No explanation required. Meet me at my private chamber tonight.
Dark Souls 3. You know, there are many bosses who I would add on this list, but I will pick Twin Princes. I never struggled against twins even once, simply because I always fight them with a good shield against fire damage. And in weapons I always had either straight sword, plus another straight sword on fire damage, okay, well, fire enchantment. And I just unfreeze the Lorian until he died. But even without this tactic, twins are pretty easy bosses, not gonna lie. Unlike Radagon, who teleports will damage and even microstans you with his teleport, by the way, which allows him to hit you, Lorian's teleport is not as annoying, and you can also predict when he will be while he's teleporting if you have camera locked on. Lorian has a low amount of poise and also he has a wide windows after each of his hits, which allows you to punish him pretty easy. I know that many people complain about Lotric's projectiles, but honestly, just like Lotric's projectiles, they can't really do much unless you just stay still. And yeah, Lotric and Lorian have 1 giga strong move, but come on, it's very easy to dodge this move. Or if you are not sure if you can dodge it or no, just use shield and that's it. I will give you 2 best advice. First, don't just mash roll button aka panic roll, simply because in Dark Souls 3 right after Nameless King, Lorian is the most punishing boss if you try to just spam roll button. And second advice would be, don't be a fucking greedy bastard. If you won't just try to R1 spam him to death, you won't suffer against Twin Princess. Sekiro. Great shinobi all. I never understood how so many people struggle against him that much, but now I sure know why. Most Sekiro fans use the almighty trust me bro combat arts in this game are amazing, and they try hard all with the most useless combat arts possible. In this fight, all like to use this move, which you can dodge very easy, and as soon as you dodge it, just hit him with Mortal Draw and he's fucked. You can easily bait this move over and over, and if you use a regular red candy and Tanto, he's fucked. Also, they just accept one very important thing, and say how it is. All is not hard, he is annoying, especially in his phase 2. He non-stop uses his bombs that blocks your ass tools, his annoying shurikens. You can't use a spear or Mikiri because he can counter your Mikiri hits and then hit you from the back with thrust. In phase 2 he almost non-stop uses his annoying poison bombs, but again, he is not hard, he is just very annoying. Despite that, if I remember correctly, I killed him on my 4th attempt. On my first playthrough, I just spammed nearly all humanoid bosses with Firecracker plus Mortal Draw combo, and he wasn't an exception. Sometimes use R1, try to avoid his poison mist, use Mortal Draw and you are good to go. And finally Elden Ring, and I will choose Godskin Duo. Believe it or not, but as soon as I thought about bosses who are overpowered difficulty wise, Godskins were the first one that came in my mind. This boss is giga easy if you realize one very important thing in this game. Every single weapon besides Bleed, some ultra strong weapon will giga disbalanced HO4, and the poise breaking monsters are pure garbage in this game. In this fight you either need to take katana or some fast bleed weapon, or to greatsword and just spam jump hits on them over and over. And honestly, in this fight 2 greatsword is even better than bleed, simply because 3 jump and they have their poise broken, which allows you to repulse them and do pretty big amount of damage to them. Also, despite the fact that they have pretty big amount of max health, each Godskin on their own has very low amount of health, which allows you to kill them very fast one by one. If you will take my build, aka legal jumper, you can kill each Godskin even before other Godskin spawns. You don't have to use the pillars, you don't have to separate them and run around like a madman just to lure skinny one. No, you just take 2 bonkers, your balls, and mash jump hits on them over and over. I am not joking at all. If you play this as aggressive as possible, you can just demolish them in less than a minute. And this is without mentioning summons, aka Mimic Tear, Tisha, Dungiter, Oleg, Engwal and others. Why? Because will summons this boss fight from easy becomes just a clone fiesta, in which you kill them faster than they spawn like god damn, it's just a beatdown. Well, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, press something under it. With this, I will say bye bye to you and I will see you next time.